Hey, bro. So in the last video, I was talking ball, right? I was talking about basketball. I was describing the plays that was happening in the game. You know, kind of like a commentator on an NBA game in a sense. I don't feel like doing that today. So for whoever's watching this, you're not getting that. If you came here to hear more ball talk, pause, you're not getting that. You're getting a story time. And I'm not even going to say there's a story time in the title. I'm just going to put like a regular video. Maybe I'll talk a bit. Like, that man tried to dunk on me. He lost his damn mind. But look, this is about the second time I went to the club for New Year's, though, to celebrate New Year's. Now, me and my friends, we linked up. I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the club for New Year's. So we assembled together, you know, on some Avengers type shit. And we go, and we're planning to go to the club celebrate New Year's. Now, we enjoy playing a little bit of Uno, you know what I'm saying? We were playing some Uno. And once we decided to leave for the club, it was like 10 something. It takes a solid 30 plus minutes to get to the club. It's gonna be 11 something, like maybe 11:30ish. I was like, yo, ain't no way we're making it to the club for New Year's. And now, as we leaving the crib, we can't make up our mind what to do, like how to plan it out for when we finish going to the club and how we getting back home. So we finally make up the plan. We go, and in the city, we could take a metro to get to that street, the street where all the clubs are at. So let's do that, because we ain't trying to have no one drive back. There's 5 of us as well, so most cars, like, I mean, even though the cars could fit, not really comfy, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what? We'll leave one car, paid parking, and then take the metro as a collective. We are on the metro at 11:30. Alright, we get on the metro, and there's 30 minutes until New Year's. We're looking at each other. Ask my friend, like, yo, how many stops is it? It's like 15 stops. I said, oh yeah, we're celebrating New Year's on the metro. It's wraps. And for the majority of that metro ride, we all thought we were going to celebrate New Year's on the metro. But then we had some faith, like, nah, we'll get out of the metro. We'll at least be outside. No way we're on the metro celebrating New Year's. So we get outside the metro, and it's like 10 minutes before. So it's actually not that bad. But this club is nowhere near, and you still have to wait outside the club to get in. So like, all right, well, we're gonna be celebrating New Year's in the middle of the street. So then we start walking up the hill, because where I live, that street is a hill. This is a hill, and then you got all the clubs. I don't know why they decided to put them all up there, because you have a bunch of drunk people walking out that club, walking down the street, and down a hill, they busting their ass. But it is what it is, I guess. So we go, we finally get out. We start walking up the street, and when it actually hits New Year's, we are like across the street from the club. We're not even in the line yet. It's done. We're done. So then it's like, all right, boom. We think it was gonna be at least a little more lit outside, you know. There was an ambulance truck that honked, beep, beep, beep. Everyone's like, ooh. And that was it. It was the most like dead celebration for New Year's. So we're like, alright, that's whack as fuck. Let's get in the club. because that was bullshit. So we finally go over, we get in the line waiting. You know, them club lines be long. People joining fake friends to cut into the line. Groups of shorties are getting called forward to get in the club first. You know, looking, we're just like, oh my god, bro, this is not it. So it's probably around like 12:30 by the time we get in the club. And because we're a group of 5, they're like, y'all gotta buy 2 bottles to get into the club. And I'm like, oh my god. He's like, one, they're scammers. They're scammers. And we knew they were scammers from the first time. But we decided to go back anyways. Which is like, that's our fault. But it's like, one, you gotta buy 2 bottles plus tax plus the tip. You're forced to tip at this club. Like, I looked at the machine, you literally can't skip the tip. You're forced to tip. So it's 2 bottles, and the minimum for a bottle is $2.50. I'm livid. Even last time I was livid. This time I'm more livid because it's double the price. So it was like, alright. Like, at first we're like, could we buy 1 bottle and then other people pay a fee to get in? And they're like, nah, no matter what way you look at it, man, you gotta buy these 2 bottles. We're like, bro, it's not even that we are not trying to pay to get in. We don't care about that part. But we don't want 2 bottles. Because whatever bottle I buy, we gotta finish it. I can't know I spent that much money on a bottle and the bottle's not finished. So anyways, we go. They send me in first because I'm the one that usually uses the card to pay for the bottles. So they send me in first for the bottles. Get pat down and stuff. I give my boys my jacket. And the guy gives me the menu for the bottles. I'm looking. I'm trying to wait for my friends so we could pick as a collective what we want to drink. So I'm kind of just vibing there by myself, just waiting. I'm like, man, this is crazy. And then the guy comes in. Well, not the guy. The bartender taps me. And they had Glorilla playing it. Yeah, Glow, stomp a bullet, nigga, out and these Chanel toes. Yeah, Glow. So he taps me while that's playing, and he's like, yeah, Glow. And like, he's like getting me hype. I'm like, oh shit, I see where this is going. So then boom, we're just there singing the song Lil and vibing. Then he taps me again, and he's like, yo, what you gonna get, bro? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm trying to wait for my friends for real. And he's like, bro, you should get this. Now mind you, in my mind, I still got by 2 bottles. This guy points at a bottle. It was $800. I look back at him. I said, yo, that's bread. I ain't rich like that. I don't exactly remember what I said. Because we are the 23rd now. So it's been 23 days. But I was like, bro, I ain't rich like that, to sum it up. And he's like, all right, what were you thinking of? And the last time, which was the first time we went, we had got Captain Morgan spiced. So I pointed at that, and he gave me like a little face, like a disgusted face, like, come on, bro, you can't be buying that. So I'm there, I'm like, man. And I tell him again, I'm like, bro, I'm really just trying to wait for my boys to come in, and then, you know what I'm saying, go see what happens. So he's like, bro, honestly, just get whatever you feel like getting, though. Like, even though he tried to convince me to get that 1 bottle, he's like, bro, honestly, get whatever you feel like getting, bro. I'm like, alright. Now I'm still waiting. These mans were taking so long to put these jackets. I think because there was people in front of them. But I was like, fuck. You know what? I'm gonna just order 2 random things. I was like, yo, let me get this Jack Daniels. And mind you, like, I know of names of alcohol, but like, I don't really know the repetition behind them. People don't fuck with Jack Daniels. That bitch strong. So I'm like, hey, let me get the Jack Daniels, $2.50, cheapest bottle, And I was like, let me get this Ciroc, because I always hear about Ciroc too. You know what I'm saying? I hear about this Ciroc, so I'm like, let me get this flavored Ciroc. He's like, I think we only got peach flavored left. I said, alright, you're cool with me, bro. Let me get it. So those 2 bottles, rings it up on the bill. Oh my god, the bill was expensive. Now imagine, both bottles are $2.50. You add tax, Canadian tax 15%, and then there's a tip of 18%. So y'all could do the math right there and figure it out. I ain't finna say the actual amount. But then boom, I get the 2 bottles, and you know they bring it out. Like, it takes them a couple minutes. They have to go get the bottles. You know, they do the little thing. They bring out the lights and stuff, celebrate. You bought bottles, So then, by this point, before the bottles even come out, my friends finally get there. They're like, yo, what did you get? I said the 2. They're like, oh, why you didn't get that one from last time? I said, bro, he was judging me when I tried to get that one. So they're like, alright, bet. So the bottles finally come, and he took one of the bottles and he was gonna pour it, like, instead of giving us shots right away, he was just gonna pour it into our mouths to start. So I was like, alright, cool. But he went to my friend first, and other than just opening his mouth, bro, my friend stuck his tongue out, bro. My friend stuck his tongue out like one of them thoughts, bro. Like, So the guy didn't pour it at that point, and I just looked at him. I said, bro, what is you doing? And then he finally opens his mouth again, pours the alcohol in his mouth. Pause. Then he pours some in my mouth. He pours some in one of my friend's mouth, and he goes to pour it in the other guy's mouth. But he's like, nah. I was like, bro, what is you doing? But he was just, he wasn't ready for that. He was expecting a regular shot. But then after, he gives us shots. So we got some poured in our mouth. We take a shot. We take a drink. We go to the dance floor. And bro, it's New Year's. This dance floor was packed. I'm talking about, you could barely move. It was hard to get onto the dance floor. So then I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to dance for real. But I'm like, alright, we're kind of vibing. We're trying to get a little bit of space to dance. But people, you know, people be chill on the dance floor. When people are drunk, you know, there's some friendly people when they drunk, bro. So this one guy sees us and he daps me up right away. I'm like, dap him up, and then starts dancing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dancing, jumping around a bit. Cool. And we're like, alright, let's go back to the side. We go back to the side, get some more drinks. And we're taking both bottles at the same time. And one is dark liquor, one is light liquor. Most people describe this as like the worst thing you could do, mixing light and dark liquor. And that's what we did. So we're drinking away, then we go back on the dance floor numerous times. This is our life every time we go. Well, that sounds like an alcoholic. We went twice, but this is what we did the 2 times. We go dance, we drink, go dance, go back, drink, go dance. And like every time we go back to dance is more of a vibe because we're more drunk and we care less each time. So then we go back, start dancing more. Now at this point I'm thinking my friend is already feeling it because he's pulling out some wild dances. And the 5 of us that were there have met together since and talked about it. It was crazy. The stories we had from each perspective was crazy. But he starts doing these dances, and there's this one dance where he kept leaning back like he was playing, like he was doing limbo. I'm telling you, he could have won a limbo contest that night for sure. So he kept doing this and like doing the like tug the rope at the same time. He would lean back, tug the rope, like tell the girl to come close. It feels crazy saying this by myself, but he was doing that. So I'm watching it, bro. Like we're just dancing, trying to vibe, and then this one guy is like pushing everyone out the way. Like he's like, "Yo, give me space." So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this nigga's about to try a backflip for the Huz. So I'm like, all right, let me see this. He goes, and he's like, watch out. He looks behind him, boom, backflips. He landed it, but his shoe fell off. So it's like, I was like, oh, like, it was kind of like, yeah, but at the same time, I was like, damn, like, yo, your shoe fell off, Cuddy, but it was still like, it was like, damn, that was clean though. Like, he impressed the Huz, he did the backflip. Ta-da, round of applause. And then more dancing. One point though, that same friend, Mr. Limbo, I seen him like dancing towards a girl. So my boy taps me, my other friend taps me, like, look. I look, so you know, I'm doing like little jumps, like hey, like I'm not even really jumping, it's more like a calf raise I'm doing. Bro, this guy, I seen that he was dancing with a girl. I'm full on jumping, like jumping high as possible in this club. And I ended up with knee pain the day after. My knee was hurt the day after because of this. Happened like 3 or 4 times that night, where I seen him dancing with someone or trying to dance with someone, and I'm pre-celebrating and jumping high as possible. Yo, I'm like screaming, jumping high as possible. I don't know why I decided to do that, but there's a lot of skipping. We're gonna get to the good part of the story now. So now, two of my friends were like, hey, the bathroom in the club is dirty. They said it was clogged. So they were going to leave the club to go try to find a bathroom, like at a pizza shop or something. Now mind, the 2 people that are leaving was the sober one and the one that drank the least out of the 4 that did drink. So we're like, alright, bet. We're on the side. We take a couple more drinks. We go back in. And now we have me, the third. So I'm the second littest. Like, Limbo is drunk, gone, probably blackout, right? There's me, drunk as fuck. And then there's the other one, third drunk, but he's still in a solid state. So I was also in a, like, I was in a solid state, but you could tell I'm drunk because how I act when I'm sober versus how I act when I'm drunk is way different. So you could tell I'm gone. But then we go back on the dance floor, start dancing, and what I think it was Mr. Limbo decided to dance with some girls in a booth. Like, so the booths, they're like kind of like a step up from everything, and then like there's the seat and the table. So I was like, so I look, and I see him dancing. I'm like, whatever. I probably started jumping again, actually, messing up my knee even more. But then someone came up to our other boy and said, yo, get your mans before we kick him out the club. And he told me this. I said, what the fuck did he do? But I was like, all right, let's go ahead and go back to the side because it's done. So I grab him. I grab Mr. Limbo. I said, come on. I put my arm around his neck, not like a headlock, but put my arm around his neck, like trying like dance to the side. While I'm holding him like this, every single girl he is walking past, he is trying to turn to and dance with. And I was like, bro, what is going on? So I literally, because I'm bigger than him, so I put my hands on his arms, on his triceps in a sense, like, and I hold him straight, and I navigate him through the crowd back to the side. So now we get to the side, and I'm leaning on the bar, like head down. I'm gone. I'm like, I'm so cooked. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm cooked. Like, I just know I'm done. And then there's two girls beside us, and they're like, yo, could you get us some water? We think we're about to throw up. So I'm like, I bet. I asked the girl for water. She's like, oh, the bottles of water cost, but glasses of water are free. I'm like, let me get the free glasses. I just spent this amount on bottles. I'm taking the free glasses. So we get the 4 waters. I take one. I give one to Mr. Limbo. And I try to hand one to the girl, but it was the girl that was further away that asked for the water. So I tried to hand one to the closer girl, and she denied the water. And it got me vexed, because I'm like, bro, your friend asked for this water. Take the water, shorty. But anyways, I tapped her again. I said, give it to your friend. Eventually, they both take it, right? And then I said to Mr. Limbo, I said, hey, bro, you gotta stay here. So we finished the bottle of Jack Daniels, but it was still like a quarter of the Ciroc left. So I said, bro, Mr. Limbo and the one that's still like in a decent condition, you stay right here with him. I'ma go empty the bottle. I'ma just go ask people to take shots out the bottle and try to empty it. They're like, bet. But that's not how the bet went. First, before they said bet, Mr. Limbo was like, bro, I won't drink anymore, but you gotta let me go talk. You gotta let me go dance with the Huz. I said, bro, no, you're not going nowhere, buddy. Stay right here with him. I will be back. And then I go over to the girl that just asked for the water and said she was about to vomit. I said, bro, do you think you could dance with my friend? He is drunk as fuck, but I don't want him to go back on the dance floor. And she just like navigates her hands like and acts like reenacts like what it would look like to throw up. So I'm like, you know what? Never mind. And then I just go back on the dance floor. Tell my boy, yo, keep Mr. Limbo solid, bruh. So I'm going around, and as I step back on the dance floor, I'm hot, dizzy, vision blurry. So I'm looking, I said, oh my God. I put my hands out in front of me. I said, I gotta lock in. So I start going around trying to empty the bottle. People grab the bottle, make me take shots. People taking shots. At one point, this person gave me their vape, and they was not gonna take it back. Like, they gave me the vape. They're like, bro, you just gave me a shot, bro. You gotta hit the vape. So I'm like, man, what the hell? So I go, I hit the vape. I'm like, all right, cool. I leave, and then I move from him. And as I'm going around the front of the club to get back to the side without having to go to the dance floor, I see someone getting dragged out. And I'm like, damn, someone's getting dragged out. And I look, and the shirt looks familiar. I'm like, wait, it's my boy, Mr. Limbo. He was getting dragged out the club. I said, there's no way, bro. So I go back to the side. There's still some of the bottle left. I go back to the side. I say, yo, what happened? He said, bro, he pushed off of me and just went back in. I was like, oh my God. I was like, all right. He just got dragged out. You go help him outside. You go take care of him outside. The bottle's almost empty. I will be outside soon. And then he goes out. A couple minutes later, the two that went to the bathroom come back in. Say, yo, he's drunk as fuck on the pole, bro. He's leaning on the pole, drunk as fuck. I said, bro, he got dragged out. So I'm like, hey, I just emptied the bottle though. At this point, once they get back in, I just emptied the bottle. So I'm like, yo, let me give this bottle to the bartender and go. This bartender, man, he sees, try and give him the bottle. So he grabs the bottle and he goes to pour it in my mouth. I'm like, so I open my mouth. I'm like, bro, it's empty. It's empty. Trust me, it's empty. It's empty. I'm cooked. And then he grabs a different bottle from the wall. And he's like, here. And he gives me a shot of that. I'm like, oh my God. I take the shot. I'm like, yo, respect, bro. I'm out of here. And then he's like, bro, yo, at the IG, bro. So I add the IG. Like, cool. And then I go, we get outside the club. While I'm there, I'm standing there waiting for the jackets. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know what name they put my jacket on there. So I said, yo, I need to go get some air, bro. y'all can get my jacket for me. They're like, yeah. I'm in a hoodie, bro, so I'm extra hot. The club is hot. I'm in a hoodie. I'm extra hot. So now I go outside. There's 2 steps to the club. I step with my left foot to the edge of and my foot goes over a little. I said, oh my god, I'm fucked right now. Like I don't know my senses. Like my senses are done. I would fall off these stairs. So I stepped down one with my right foot, stepped down the other, and I put my hand on the security guard's shoulder just to make sure. I was like, yo, my man. He's like, hey, once you leave the club, you can't get back in. Because it closes at 3 a.m. It's almost 3 a.m. I give him 2 thumbs up. I said, brother, I'm just waiting for my friend to come out the club. And then I look, I see my boy leaning. I'm like, oh shit, I have a water bottle with me. Because the bartender let me get a water bottle. So I said, bro, drink some of this. He goes, and he tries to drink the bottle, but the cap was on it. So then we tell him, like, yo, lean back. So we're trying to pour some water in his mouth. As I'm about to pour the water in his mouth, he like yaks. Like not fully throws up, but he yaks. I'm like, oh, I pull the bottle away. I said, you know what? You're not about to throw up in my water bottle, buddy. I need this. So then I say, yo, you stay with him here. Stay with Mr. Limbo, the third, the guy that was third. So you stay with Mr. Limbo. I'm about to go sit over there and get some and just relax for a second. I need to sit down. As I'm walking over there, I go on Snapchat and say, yo, I'm drunk as fuck, bro. And it's like, boom, post a snap, sit there. My friends come over. I say, yo, I'm done, bro. I kept repeating the same stories. I made my boy order the Uber because I was too drunk to order the Uber. And I was like, bro, can you just order it, please? He orders it. And then getting the Uber, they have a little bag. So it's like, alright, cool, they have a little bag. My boy's not gonna throw up in the Uber. Well, he is throwing up in the Uber, but it's in the bag. And now the Uber guy is more French. I'm the person that knows the most French in the group. I'm sitting in the passenger seat, right? I know the most French. He says he's like more French, but he was speaking in English at first. I'm not that good at French, but when I'm drunk, apparently I am. I started yapping with this nigga the whole Uber ride in French. The whole Uber ride was in French. I was yapping to him, bro. And I was like, damn. Like the next day, I was like, man, bro, I'm a yapper when I'm drunk, bro. But then we get Mr. Limbo to his crib, and we started. The third tries to bring him inside. Like he's basically dragging him like a dead body. Then they have to get the other 2 to help him. And so it took the 3 of them to help him because his body is limp. Like he's not helping them in any sense. He's dropped. Like his body will drop. Like he was cooked. And then get to my place, and one of my boys helped me in. But I called my mom outside the club. I said, Mom, I'm drunk. Could you make sure my bed's cleared off? Cause I'm about to just jump in bed, bro. So we get to my place. Then I hop in bed. My mom gave me like 2 Tylenol. So made me drink some more water, use the bathroom. Shout out to my mom. Hop in the bed. I couldn't sleep for a couple hours. I go to sleep, wake up. And like every time I go to the club, my ears are popped, my voice is gone. I'm fried. I'm cooked. But yeah, that's what be happening. That's one of the stories. That's not the whole thing, but it's like, listen, the club. Every time I go to the club, if I ever go to the club again, it's literally gonna be a YouTube story time every time, because it's just memories. That's all it is. It's memories, but the club really isn't that fun. It's not that it's fun, it's just a memory. But hey, that's really all it is. It's been your boy 1500 Trey. Moral of the story, man, you really don't need the club, but if you do go to the club, I guess just appreciate the memories. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I'm up out of here.